All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Rob of ArgyrosCrypto. I am one of the team members that operate the AGC stake pool on Cardano. Today, we are going to be playing Jungle Wars. It is the first Web3 game to be launched on a Cardano sidechain, and that sidechain is Milkomeda. So right here, it's we're at the website. Prima Studios is the team behind this game. It's a pretty interesting mechanic that this game has. If you're familiar with Axie Infinity, of kind of a turn-based strategy game, it kind of falls in that footprint, but there's a little twist in this. So as we can see here, Prima Studio, it gives you the overview of the game, the team behind the sidechain, and the game itself. If you go over to the Jungle Wars tab over here, it'll tell you a little bit about the game. So you can play for free. It's just transaction costs, but we'll get into that a little bit later. The way for you to track your stats in the game is to have what they call a Vulcaneer NFT. And they say this is a new revolution in Web3 blockchain technology, in that it's a stateful NFT. So the metadata of your NFT can be updated to reflect changes that you've done in games. So again, for this game, it'll track your wins, losses, and draws. So here are some of the characters that you can choose from. Anaconda, Gorilla, Jaguar. As of right now, I did not see any difference in the characters. I played a few matches before going live, practice matches. Let's see here. So there is an FAQ, and it pretty much answers most of the questions that someone might have regarding this game. So what is Jungle Wars NFT Rumble? Well, it's a PvP. It's a casual PvP on-chain game. Trustless in that you submit your moves in a transaction, and it gets recorded on-chain, and then it plays out. Okay, do you need an NFT to play? No, you do not need an NFT to play Jungle Wars NFT Rumble. Like I said before, the Vulcaneer is the NFT that will track your stats, and I think it's only about 10 ADA. They call it Milk ADA on the Milkomeda sidechain, and it's really straightforward in how to bridge over your ADA to the Milkomeda sidechain. And they go over it a little bit over here. So there are plans in Q1 of 2023 that people on the Cardano mainnet, they can play the game without having to bridge over to the sidechain, and they do have multi-chain functionality planned as well. All right. So if you're wondering how do I get my ADA to Milkomeda, well, there is a guide. It's really straightforward. All you need is a MetaMask wallet and the Flint wallet on Cardano. And what you do is you just copy paste your Milkomeda or your MetaMask address into the send address on your Flint wallet, and it'll give you a prompt like, hey, this is a Milkomeda address. Do you want to send your ADA to it? You just hit yes, and the transaction usually clears in 5 minutes, and then you're ready to go. There is a guide. We'll go over it briefly, how to wrap your tokens, then how to unwrap your tokens. Okay. So if you're clicking on a join game, it will say, hey, you need 3 point whatever ADA. You don't have this. You don't have the ADA for the transaction. So there is an error, or the way that MetaMask calculates a fee, it's a little bit tricky. But if you have ADA in your wallet, it'll give you the proper network transaction fees. You won't get this 3 ADA error. And yes, every single move that you do in game is recorded on the blockchain, and it costs half a penny, half a US cent per move that you do. So it's relatively inexpensive. I played a few matches before. I didn't really see that big of a hit in my wallet, which is pretty great. You know what? Let me see. Did we have a visitor here? Oh, we do have a visitor. Hey, Rick, we are live. You ready to come on? No, you can stay in the green room. Okay, so lobbies. So the thing about this game is that you can join as many lobbies as there are available. You can create as many lobbies as you want to create. And every time you do create a lobby, there is a transaction cost involved in that. And they equate it to, hey, you can play 50 games at the same time. just like a chess grandmaster. So I guess it's pretty interesting. And yeah, you can replay your matches. So after the game, there's a replay function, and you can, I guess, study your opponent's moves. You can study your moves, and that's how you can get better. All right. So what wallet can you access Jungle Wars? Again, it's just an EVM compatible wallet. They suggest MetaMask. It's pretty much the catch-all wallet for Ethereum and many of its side chains. And for currently on the Cardano mainnet, you will need Flint Wallet. Okay, so there is also a Medium article in which you can read and watch a tutorial video on how to bridge stuff over. They go over step by step how to create the wallet, how do you tame Milkomeda, Jungle Wars. The links are there. You can also go to the link below and follow along. So essentially, once you create a MetaMask wallet, it'll ask you, well, you will need to import the Milkomeda C1 network into their Briggs of networks. It's pretty easy. Just follow the instructions here, copy and paste. Though a common error would be if you copy this, you might get an extra space, a blank space, and it will show up as an error in your MetaMask wallet. Just make sure you hit the backspace, that there isn't, phantom spaces before or after the string of characters here. Okay, so once you wrap your ADA, once you send that transaction, it takes about 5 minutes for that ADA to show up in your MetaMask wallet that is connected to the Milkomeda sidechain. So it's really, it's fast, and who doesn't like that? When you're finished playing the game, and let's say you just want to take your Milkomeda, your wrapped data back onto the L1, it's really simple. There's also a tutorial or a walkthrough on how to do it. All you have to do is go to the Milkomeda Cardano unwrap bridge, connect your wallet, select how much wrapped data you want to move, and submit the transaction, and you're ready to go back into the mainnet. So when you hit the max button, it will give you 9 to 12 decimals, depending on how much ADA you sent over. The bridge only looks at the first 6 decimals. So if you have a 7th decimal in there, it'll tell you there's too many. All you have to do is just delete it. I think the Milkomeda team gets the dust, but it's dust, and it's fractions of a penny. All right, so once you got your wallet set up, you sent some ADA over. You don't need to send a lot. I think 5 ADA might be enough if you're interested in buying one of those Vulcaneer NFTs. I think that's a 10 ADA fee here. Let's see here first. Let's go over that really quick. The Vulcaneer NFT. So this is what they look like. All right, they're like little volcano dudes. All right, they look cute and they have some personality to it. And it goes over, starting at 10 ADA. You can buy them, and again, these things track your stats. It's not necessary to play, and I'll show you here. Okay, we're in the game now. So this is what it looks like to play. Before you get to the screen, it will ask you to connect your wallet. As long as, again, you set up your wallet properly, you should be able to get to this screen. And this is where the Vulcaneer NFT would go, right? Then you can track your progress. So you can have multiple profiles on one address, because every NFT will basically be a different game state for you. All right. Okay. So this is what the intro screen looks like. You can create games. You can do practice. You can do PvP. So practice playing against a computer. PvP is a real person. You can join lobbies. Right now, there isn't any lobbies that I will able to join. I haven't tried the join random function. I've just been playing a few practice matches. This game did come out on January 10th, so it's still relatively new and fresh out there. There is a tutorial, but the tutorial just links you to the video that was in the Medium article. All right, so it's really easy to create a room. We're going to do a practice match right now. So there's different grid sizes, 3x3, 4x4. So this is just the tiles in a row that you're able to move to. Right now, we're going to do a 3+3 space. Max rounds, we'll do 10 rounds, 3 lives, really short, 5-minute rounds. There are 2 maps right now. There's a jungle map and there is an underwater map. there isn't any difference between the gameplay on the maps, so we'll go with the ocean map. All right, and here we got some characters here. We've got the jaguar, the piranha, the sloth. You need 10 wins in order to play as the gorilla. Okay, but from what I've seen so far in the practice matches, there isn't any difference between the different characters. That might change in the future. So let's go play as the piranha. All right, we're going to create the game. I don't think you're able to see this, but my MetaMask wallet did pop up. It's asking me to confirm the transaction, and it's 0.0132 Milkomeda, which is the wrapped data. You hit the confirm button. All right, and then after the transaction gets confirmed on chain, now we're in the room. Okay, there is a short little countdown time. Okay, now we are in a live practice match. As you can see, we have three slots up here, which we can put our attack, move, or taunt. All right, and our opponent has the same thing, and we have 5 minutes to select this. So we're gonna do attack. We're gonna cheese this a little bit. Attack. Oh yeah, and I forgot this. Once you hit attack, you can choose which tile you want to attack. And there is a percentage here. The first tile is 60, then 45, and 30. I think this is the chance of landing a hit. So the more tiles you have, the harder it is to be hit. Again, we're just going to cheese this. We're going to hit all 3 attacks on that back tile. And then we will hit submit. All right. And now another transaction, another MetaMask transaction pops up. You hit confirm. And we got to wait until this transaction hits on chain. All right. Transaction went through. Now we're attacking. Okay. Now they're attacking us. Great. They missed us. We just got to watch this play out. Wow, that looked like a critical hit to me. All right. Oh, we just missed. All right. And again, you can choose which area you want to. So most likely the bot will probably move somewhere in the first slot since we have a great chance of hitting 1 of 3. Again, this is the cheese strategy here. We're just going to attack every single tile and hopefully they all land. So there is somewhat of a strategy here, but there's also a strategy to rock, paper, scissors. Okay, we're going to submit this. And again, another transaction notification pops up. And again, it's half a cent for every move that you put on chain. All right, so again, they moved, but our first hit would be on that back tile. Not an issue unless they move back to that back tile, which they didn't. Let's see if we hit. Okay, we hit and we won. All right, so this is the end game screen. If you want to rewatch your match, you can always hit the rewatch button. If you just want to finish because you don't care, hit the finish. If you want to copy the room ID, I don't know what this copy room ID does. So we're not going to hit it. We're just going to go finish. And that was one match of Jungle Wars. All right, I'm just going to see what we have here on Twitter. So right now we are streaming live on YouTube. If you're watching, hit the like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. The subscription button does go a long way. If you're watching this on Twitter, hit the like and retweet this out. All right, we're going to go through another game right here. So that first practice match was the cheese match. We're going to create another one. We're going to create more tiles. All right. I think the more tiles that you play on, the difficulty ranks up and where you can. It's like Battleship. All right. Essentially, it's Battleship. So again, every single time you create a room, every single time you put a attack on chain, it does require a transaction. They did say over time, once they develop this game further, they will get rid of the need to submit a transaction every time you put a move on chain. All right, so we got 5 tiles here. We're going to do a hit. We're going to do another hit here on the same back tile. And I think we're just going to roll the dice here and hit that second tile from the front. And then hit submit. All right, it's confirmed the transaction. It's moving. Okay, so our first 2 hits are obviously going to be misses. again, and they moved back. Okay, so I'm not going to hit him whatsoever. So the bot did taunt me. There is a taunt function. As far as I can see, it doesn't do anything, though. It might lower your chance of landing a hit. Let's move over here first, and then let's throw some attacks on that back panel. All right. MetaMask popped up again, and we're going to submit the transaction. Oh, lucky us. We got a miss. Oh, great. We got a hit. And another hit. Ooh, never mind. That was a miss. Spoke too soon. Okay, so we're going to move again. I don't know. Should we go for the back hit? I think we're going to go for a move after this one. We're going to move here. And then we're going to do another hit. Let's do this one right here. Okay. So in the future, there will be a phase where you're able to see what your opponent will be doing, and it'll allow you to counter it, though in a limited way. It will allow you to adjust your steps going forward. So there's some strategy to this game, and the more they develop this game, I think the richer the PvP combat will be. Okay, let's see here. We're going to attack him here, and we're going to attack him on the back one. We're just gonna do attacks. We're gonna see if we can hit him somewhere. All right, we'll go with this one right here. Okay. All right. Let's see where we go. Okay, so we just need one more hit on this AI to win. Oh, okay. I guess the AI isn't. I don't know if the AI is smart or not. Yeah. Okay. Since we do somewhat have the advantage here, we have the luxury of not moving. That being said, he could target the same slot, though if he does move one slot, then we're still alive. So for familiar with Axie Infinity, there was different strategies depending on your monsters that you played on your team, and then the skills that those monsters had. Again, there isn't any difference between the characters here, though that might change in the future. But this is Jungle Wars, just a 1v1 PvP shooter. If you're an OG computer gamer from back in the day, you might be familiar with Earthworm Jim or Worm Armies, where you were like a little worm and you targeted your opponent via like a cannon system. So there is no weather that will change your trajectory or the strength of your shot. So far, from what I've seen, there isn't a critical hit mechanic yet involved. Wow. Okay. So I think this just might be like what, beer pong. Man, it's like a 1v1 and you're trying to get that ball in the last hole, but you just can't make it. All right. Let's see if we can get one of these three to land. Okay. We got it. All right. Whoa. Was that nail biting? I don't think we're gonna rewatch it. I lived through it. We all saw what happened. But we're this happy guy over here. We beat the AI. Let's see if there's anyone playing. No, there's no one playing so far. I don't feel like creating a room and just sitting there for a long period of time. Okay, we're gonna do another match. We're gonna do another practice round We're going to do 3. We're going to do a short one. Let's see if there's any difference with the sloth. All right. Do the transaction again to create the room. Yo, Rick, you ready to come up? Huh? Thumbs up or down? All right. All right, Rick. Sorry to wake you up on.
Hey man, we're coming real fresh. I didn't realize that you already had this game.
Well, it just came out this week, so I
I
just
know,
want.
that's what I'm saying. Like this is fresh. Like
Yeah,
we're coming at you on the bleeding edge, ladies and gentlemen. Our heroes crypto out here on the bleeding edge for your entertainment, so that you don't have to spend your hard-earned crypto just in case.
it's only half a penny per move, half a penny per move in this game. So, if you're addicted to games and instant gratification, this might be the game for you. Okay, obviously we're not going to hit him because I targeted the back tile
Ooh,
with
yeah,
all three
you
hits.
I mean, like you were saying, there's some strategy involved. I feel like round one, two, three. Maybe like round two we play right there, but to each their own, right? That's what PvP's for when someone gets
Right.
on.
Luckily, he missed me on that hit. We're gonna do another cheese round here. Okay. Again, submit the transaction. You guys can't see the MetaMask wallet that pops up every time you hit submit, but it does pop up.
I want you all to know that they're conditioning you to just transaction for everything. Soon there'll be an ad right there.
Remember the
Idiocracy at its finest.
okay, so South Park, they're always ahead of their time. There was
Yes.
an episode, the freemium gameplay, and Stan racked up the credit card account. This is kind of on the same level. It's free. It's free enough, right? It's like a half a penny per transaction, but it's getting you accustomed for those ultra micro transactions, and
Isn't
eventually
it?
that's the funnel to get you into the style of transactions that we see on Diablo Immortal. People paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for meaningless gameplay. That is Diablo Immortal.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, ladies and gentlemen. I sat down on the couch and wasted a month of my life on that game. I may have spent a few $100s on it too.
I was there with you, but I played for free. After I figured
You
out
did?
what was going on, it didn't feel rewarding at all. Diablo Immortal, if you guys don't know the gameplay, it's like a rubber band style of gameplay. So they always put you in a position that make you feel maybe weak or strong enough that the fight was rewarding. Though there is no like when I want to level up my character, just one shot things. That's the game is not going to give that to you. It's going to give that to you in the form of PvP, where if
Yeah,
you're a
after you
whale,
spend tens of thousands of
yeah,
dollars, all of a sudden you're
if
walking
you
around
want to
and
one shot
slapping
someone, go
people.
into PvP and you can eat that plankton, right? But if you're just out
That
in the world
plankton.
in the PvP area, it's just a rubber band. You're always going to be slightly behind the strength of the NPCs out there, so that the fights are just hard enough that you might feel pressured or a little bit um, not at ease. But eventually, it's easy enough that you will. That I mean, you can't lose essentially.
True.
Diablo Immortal, and I don't like that style of
Diablo
gameplay.
Immortal.
Yeah, that's why I don't play that game anymore. And I feel sorry for people that put in hundreds of thousands of dollars into that game. But Jungle Wars is not that game. It's a different type of game. More closely to. Well, I don't know if we can even compare this to Axie Infinity. You don't
No,
have
this is its
you
own.
don't yeah you don't have to buy NFTs to play. Though if you do want to track your stats, it's just 10 ADA, and you can buy as many of those stateful NFTs as you want. All right, man. I mean, this is the game.
Cool.
This is the game. It looks like the AI just picks the same character as you, so there really isn't any different. Let's go to the underwater game. We'll play one last game and we'll wrap up here. Again, Jungle Wars came out January 10th on the Milkomeda sidechain. We did go over how to set up a MetaMask wallet, how to set up a Flint wallet. Flint wallet is just a native Cardano wallet with the capability of wrapping your ADA when you submit it to an Ethereum address.
All right,
As
man.
long-
Let's get into Yu-Gi-Oh.
All right, where is the trap card?
The modern day Yu-Gi-Oh, the one turn kill,
Well, I just
the
did it right here.
OTK, the
This is
OTK.
this is the one turn kill right here. You just target the tile that the opponent is on.
This is really cool.
All right,
And this is to Milkomeda.
Milkomeda. Yeah.
Milkomeda. I don't know how you people say this.
Potato. I'm sure there's a right way to say it. Okay, hopefully we get the last hit. Oof. All right.
I'm not gonna lie, these hit chances are real low.
Let's taunt. So you can increase the number of health that you have, so the number of hearts. We're just playing quick games here with 3 tiles and 3 hearts. Though I don't know how interesting the game will be with more hearts and more tiles. It just might come down to battle of attrition at that point. So again, comparing this to Axie Infinity, I don't think is the right. It's similar that you have characters in a line and you're shooting things at them, right? Oof. But this is more closer to Battleship, and maybe due to IP rights, they didn't want to create a Battleship game on chain. Though I think with this style of gameplay, it is very possible. You submit a transaction with your ships in the position, and then you're just targeting random slots on the field.
You know, I'm looking at you, all these board game manufacturers, even like Yahtzee, for example, or Monopoly. Every turn base, half a cent, bam.
Hasbro, get in contact with us. We'll connect you with the right.
Is it gambling or is it crypto? Let your lawyers decide while you make it. This is the new slogan. Is it gambling or is it crypto?
Maybe a little bit of both.
What was it? What was that saying? That Matt Damon and all of them were saying back when they loved their crypto.
Fortune favors the brave.
Fortune favors the brave.
Or bold. I can't tell.
Fortune favors the bold.
All right, last hit. So again, taunting does absolutely nothing in this game so far. Or maybe it does. I'm just not seeing it. I don't know. Okay, so we got, we're just going to try to bombard the field here. Hopefully 1 or 3 land.
Then you're going to figure out this thing actually does have some AI behind it.
It's learning. It's at ChatGPT. Okay, so if he doesn't move, we're kind of screwed this round. Yeah, we are a little bit. Hopefully he moves. Nope, that's it. Okay. All right.
I say 2 in the front, 1 in the mid.
Okay, we'll do it. 2 in the front, 1 in the mid.
That's right. 2 in the front, 1 in the mid, or 2 in the front, 1 in the back. However you want to look at it here.
Yeah. All right.
2 in the front, 1 in the mid. Oh, do you catch all those videos about all the other YouTube celebrities like ourselves, where they can no longer get monetization on their videos because they've been swearing too much? Ladies and gentlemen, we want to apologize if we ever offended anyone. YouTube, please don't demonetize our videos. We're trying to help the children. Look at these jungle wars.
Luckily for us, there's different ways if you want to support us. One is to like, subscribe, ring the bell if you're watching us on YouTube. If you're watching this on Twitter, subscribe to the Twitter channel, like and retweet this channel. You can also go to our link below, our link tree. You can check out all of our socials. You can follow me. Let me bring it up here. You can follow me at ArgyrosCrypto, where I just cover crypto news. I'm in Twitter Spaces most of the day. Talking about Cardano and relative, I guess, current news. You can also, in our link tree, go to the Swan Bitcoin link. You can sign up and get $10 of free Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin had a massive run up this weekend, so $10 of free Bitcoin. I mean, it's it's more than
$10
$10.
today, $10,000 a year from now. Who knows?
Who
You
knows?
may. Go
Right.
there. It's swampbitcoin.com/AGC.
All right. Again, so Jungle Wars, turn-based, PvP, combat shooter, more in line, more akin to Battleship. Pretty interesting gameplay. Though, honest first impressions, it can get tiring, I think. Again, I was just playing against an AI. I think maybe versus an actual opponent, things might get a little bit more interesting. I think some ways to cheese your stats is to create a room with yourself and make yourself win. So
You
I
heard it
don't
here
know if you
first,
can.
folks.
I don't know if you can trust the stats. Just honest first impressions. The barrier to entry to this game is very low. You do not need an NFT to play this game. All you need to do is have a Flint wallet, send some amount of ADA over to the Milkomeda sidechain with your Ethereum address. The descriptions or the tutorials on how to do that is a link below. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. This is the first Web3 game on Cardano, and for every move that you put on chain, it does require a transaction. It's about half a US cent, so it's relatively cheap. Every time you create a room, there's a transaction as well. Though in the future, they did say that they will get rid of needing to put transactions on chain, and the metadata will just change depending on your win or lose conditions.
Cool.
Yeah, and this is just the start of many. We just came out of this Web3 Metaspace bubble, and it was a Metaspace bubble. So this is a new way for people or for companies to track stats in games. I mean, can you imagine having an MMO RPG, a Web3 MMO RPG? Square Enix, I'm looking at you. I know you're in the space. You can have stateful NFTs where it just updates your character's levels, stats, inventory. Hell, I mean, if you want to play hardcore mode, I mean, your NFT is dead. That ID associated to your NFT is dead. Kind of like if you're a fan of Diablo hardcore,
Hardcore. Yeah, it just gets burned.
or
What
maybe
happened? My token was burned.
maybe Dark Souls, right? Maybe there is a true no death run in Dark Souls, and it will be recorded on chain. I don't know. The possibility is endless with this
That's actually
stateful
really
NFT.
cool.
Yeah, on the Milkomeda sidechain. And once again, before we wrap it up here, I am Rob, and this is Rick. We operate a Cardano stake pool called ArgyrosCrypto, ticker AGC. If you have any ADA sitting on Coinbase, on Binance, or any other exchanges out there, consider reducing your third-party risk, taking possession of that Cardano, that ADA, into your native Cardano wallet, and delegating that to AGC. We are, I would say, on the brink of minting a block on the chain. We have we've increased our delegation, and we also have new delegators. So thank you, new delegators. Your patience will be greatly rewarded when we get a block. All right. Any last words, Rick?
Just that again, we bring you Jungle Wars probably first, living on the bleeding edge so you don't have to waste your crypto. But just remember, stay with us, AGC, and be rewarded.
Right. And with that, that is us playing Jungle Wars. See ya.